this topic, which is definitely connected to Trump and Ukraine with how the impeachment proceedings are going on, is an interesting and unique one to say at the very least. I say this because Republican senators led by Lindsey Graham have decided to finally launch a probe to look into the allegations between the Bidens and their dealings with Ukraine and Burisma. Now, before any of you decide to get excited over this, let's be clear. This does not formally start an investigation, only a probe. However, it's a major step which could potentially lay the groundwork for an investigation. This probe will give Congress the opportunity to look at documents, other sources, and to see whether or not these allegations hold any truth to it. And then whether or not they hold any truth to it, that would potentially lead to an investigation being implemented. This will definitely hurt the Bidens as well as the Democratic Party more, considering how big their faces are in regards to the 2020 election. But I'll get into that later in this video. Already, Lindsey Graham has requested documents from the State Department in regards to this probe. These documents range from Vice President Biden's communications with the former Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko to Hunter Biden's alleged business meeting with Secretary of State John Kelly. And it's going to be putting a whole lot of negative light on Joe Biden. It's definitely going to bring a major amount of interest, especially with how impeachment proceedings have been supported by both the mainstream media and the Democrats. So since due to their connection with each other, I wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be some attention regarding that from the American public. But already, the Democrats and the Bidens have just came out in terms of a negative response as a result of this probe. In an interview with Don Lemon, Joe Biden said that he was embarrassed for Lindsey Graham for starting this probe, and that the only reason he's actually doing that is to keep his seat, which is up for re-election in 2020. This is all in terms of Lindsey Graham trying to stay connected to Trump, as well as to retain his support as he's trying to win re-election. That alone may hold up some merit, but at the same time, he's not. He didn't specifically deny what has happened within his in the interview, as far as I know, and that's saying a lot. It really does say a lot, because, like I said before, there's a whole lot of focus with the impeachment proceedings as a result of the mainstream media. And it all started as a result of the transcript, which Donald Trump talked about Joe Biden and investigating his son Hunter Biden over possible corruption within Burisma. After all, Burisma decided to give $83,000 to Hunter Biden a month during his tenure in Burisma. That alone sets off alarm bells and a lot of suspicion regarding that. Even before this probe was officially announced and it was finally launched, the Democrats have been stalling and trying to prevent the Republicans from looking into the situation any further. Just a week ago, Adam Schiff, who is the chairman in regards to the impeachment proceedings, rejected the GOP's demand to have Hunter Biden and the whistleblower to testify in regards to this impeachment proceedings. Why? Because apparently Adam Schiff says it doesn't matter that Joe Biden's possible allegations of corruption have any regard to the situation in terms of impeachment, because obviously that's the Democrats, all they really care about is misconduct by the president in regards to the investigation. That this may have been political, which again is kind of funny considering that this seems to be political. The impeachment proceedings. That's what I'm talking about. But now with this probe launched, it's going to place more attention on the Bidens, and it's definitely going to force the Democrats' hand at some point. This is definitely a long time coming, especially since this has been a major topic that the Republicans have been constantly saying since the very start. Since all this controversy came to light, since the impeachment inquiry was created by the Democrats as a result. It's been a long time coming. Because now it's going to be pushing so much light on Joe Biden and his efforts in regards to the 2020 election. Now keep in mind, Joe Biden is tied, as of this moment, with Sanders already. He is tied with Sanders. Elizabeth Warren only had a dip in the polls, so she's right now currently in second place. But right now, Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden are tied for first place. So this would definitely affect his polling numbers as a result. Probably giving Bernie Sanders an opportunity to come out as the potential frontrunner, but considering the situation with the Democrats, how much they've been propping up Joe Biden or Elizabeth Warren, I wouldn't see that lasting very long. But nonetheless, it will definitely be hanging over him until November 3rd, 2020. And honestly, I do not think that is going to end well for him if he does become the nominee. At the same time, with this probe, if it turns out to be any truth in regards to the allegations, this may force, like I said before, the Democrats' hand, possibly allowing Hunter Biden to testify in regards to impeachment proceedings. And this would give the Republicans huge amount of ammunition. They would be examining him in regards to his dealings with Burisma, with Ukraine, especially how his father, Joe Biden, was involved with the entire process to begin with. Like I said before, it's going to have major negative coverage for the Bidens at this point. That alone is a major issue. And at the same time, this may potentially show some cracks within the impeachment, as if there has been shown any cracks as of late. Because already I say that because the impeachment proceedings have been very heavily one-sided, and considering that Hunter Biden may potentially testify as a result of this probe, or there would be another investigation regarding the Bidens, this would destroy any credibility regarding impeachment. But we would have to wait and see whether or not these allegations are true. Although, in my personal opinion, I would say that there is large amount of evidence regarding the potential truth in regards to the allegations. This is definitely going to affect the Bidens, but it's also going to affect the Democratic Party at large and may potentially destroy the impeachment proceedings and any validation they have left. And I believe, and as a in my own personal opinion, this will come back to bite them in the ass in 2020 and beyond. My name is Domi and all the truth. Please post your comments down below, like this video, subscribe, and share with your friends. Also, if you have any issues regarding my speech, how I frame my videos, what major improvements you want me to make, or any suggestions regarding to subjects, please post them down in the comment section down below, like this, or directly message me. Thank you.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains.